there's one survivor who George tries to get under control.
It's alright. We're not gonna hurt you. George, I got her. Keep still, and I'll release you.
Just like Rogue One, Halo Reach is filled with subtle details that most people wouldn't even really notice, but they still took the time to enact anyways. George, the tall Spartan on the team, can understand the language that this woman is speaking. No one else can. He's trying to get her to calm down when she says something that makes him stop for a second, processing what that word she just said means. George also possesses knowledge on the Covenant military and their technology, so in real time, in this split second, he's thinking, oh crap, they have invisible elites in here. But before he has time to relay this information, he almost gets sliced by an energy sword.
What's the status? Over!
We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
All of the elites get away, but after clearing the Covenant left behind, Kat is able to set up a very poor signal to the Colonel.
Barely getting you. What's your situation? Over?
Colonel, this is Noble One. There are no rebels. The Covenant are on Reach. Acknowledge?
Come again, Noble One. Did you say Covenant?
Affirmative. It's the Winter Contingency.
Noble Team are then dispatched to Sword Base, a very secretive base that is extremely important.
Let's focus on the hostile infantry. Give those troopers a hand. Cat 6, you're out here. George, Emil, you're next. Get prepped.
Let's move, Lieutenant.
Cat 6, push back the attack.
After helping some Marines and possessing a weapon that is way too powerful to be trusted in my hands, you further destroy Covenant bases that have been set up around the perimeter. Something really cool about this level in particular is that you can do it in any order you would like, and the map changes based on which area you tackled first. Video games are all about letting the players take control, but it's something that Halo has always been especially known for. You can tackle any mission in any way that you'd like. You can use the target locator on those two wraiths, or you can also just go up and punch them until the driver gets out, and then you can drive it yourself and ride it around the mission, destroying other Covenant with it. Or you can run away, I guess, if you really wanted to. There's always freedom in the sandbox to engage the situation in any way you want. Backtracking and pushing further into Sword Base, you finally secure it after a long, hard-fought battle, and eventually watch as a Covenant ship gets destroyed by a Mac round. This brings Noble Team to realize that there's probably more Covenant somewhere on the planet. Noble 3 and Noble 6 are sent on a recon mission to find more information on that. Your mission to remain silent ends rather quickly as a group of grunts are alerted to your whereabouts. Now you're equipped with a sniper, and you can easily take them out from further away. You can continue to use the sniper, or you can get up close and personal. Again, the game gives you many tools, weapons, and pathways that will facilitate different methods of play. Along the way, you meet up with a group of insurrectionists who have even stolen gear for the UNSC, but I think that's the least of the UNSC's worries right now. Anything that can be used against the Covenant is fair game, even if it comes from them. It's the same ideology that created the Spartans in the first place, any means necessary. Although, ironically, Spartans were not originally made to fight the Covenant, rather to fight the very insurrectionists supplying them with weapons and helping them avoid detection now. After some more very not stealthy killing, June and you finally see what you had suspected, but worse.
Jackpot. Transmitting visual. You've seen this, Cat?
Confirmed. Receiving Nova 3 and Nova 6 live visual of a Covenant strike force.
It's no strike force, it's an invading army. If we're gonna smother this thing, we need to go in hard and fast.
Agreed. All recon teams disengage and fall back. Then we'll be up in a few hours, and it's going to be a very busy day.
It appears that Noble Team's discovery last night was not an anomaly. Large Covenant deployments have occurred undetected, and we are now under attack across the Vieri territory, including orbital defenses. As per the Winter Contingency, we are countering on every front. Noble's reconnaissance has also identified sophisticated Covenant army hiding canopies. and has pinpointed what's believed to be a landing zone for additional Covenant forces, the origin of which is yet to be determined.
Notice how bombastic and proud the music is in Halo Reach here. It's going to contrast really well later on. But it's also just something in general that I think Halo Reach does so much better than Rogue One. Its highs make you feel so good, and its lows make you feel like you've already lost. This is one of the longest missions in Reach, having you take out multiple anti-air weapons, hordes of Covenant, and vehicles. Kat wasn't lying when she said this would be a long day. After defeating multiple anti-air weapons, you're finally able to get into George's Falcon. Together and without mercy, you destroy every Covenant you find, until you run into an energy shield that's protecting the Spire. Upon touching the energy field, your Falcon starts to spin out of control and you crash land.
Just lost all power. We're going down.
Look for armor, Spartan!
Brace for a hard landing.
But it's okay, because you end up fighting your way all the way to the Spire and destroying all the Covenant inside to disable the shield.
We'll pick you up as soon as you knock out power to that shield.
Ready when you are, 6.
Barely being caught by George, you manage to get into the Falcon and escape. You see this massive ship that's only supposed to be in space come fly down to shoot the Spire.
Fire one is green and you're free to engage. Have a nice day.
Copy that, Noble One. Be advised, all ground units. Frigate 318 Heavy is inbound, and MAC rounds have been authorized.
Mac rounds? In atmosphere?
One way to get their attention. Hang on to your teeth, people.
Until you see an even bigger ship that takes down the frigate in one shot.
Oh, somebody tell me this ain't happening.
UNSC frigate crafted.
This level in the campaign being significantly longer than the others really makes you feel how committed the UNSC were to defeating this invasion. Frigates are inexpensive, and that's not mentioning the hundreds if not thousands of real human personnel on board. And with one shot from a cloaked ship, it was destroyed. The UNSC put all of their resources on the line, and still lost in the end. We knew we had to stop the invasion now or it'd get worse, and we weren't able to.
Our foe is more devious than we imagined. That spire was indeed a teleporter linked to a cloaked Covenant supercarrier, a grave threat. Thankfully, help is imminent. 60% of the UNSC fleet is en route to Reach from existing deployments. The first battle group should arrive within 48 hours.
48 hours?
That's imminent?
40 hours isn't quick, but it's also not a very long time either. So the fact that they would be completely destroyed within that time really shows how badly the Covenant was beating them, and how badly they needed help.
48 hours?
That's imminent?
Uh-oh. Who's your money on this time?
Her.
You always pick her.
She's always had him dialed in.
That thing's crushing us and we're waiting for backup. They'll be backing up a graveyard.
All our nukes are either out system or went down with the ships that carried them. You're preaching to the converted.
How converted?
I know that look, Kat.
You can say no.
No.
You don't even want to hear it?
Fine, I'll hear it.
Remember that accident a couple years back? Colony ship en route to Cygnus, 700 dead.
Vaguely a slip space drive malfunction, right?
Actually, it worked fine. The drive was mounted improperly after a service haulout. When it fired, it teleported half the ship to oblivion.
This is relevant. How?
A certain Covenant supercarrier could, with some assistance, suffer the same unfortunate accident.
Even for you, Kat, that's
Inspired?
not the word I would use.
What's going on?
Go ahead. Explain.
May I?
Don't cut yourself.
Objective, destroy Covenant carrier in geosynchronous orbit above us.
With sanctions, sir.
What do you think?
Method, a slip space drive in lieu of the nukes we don't have. Delivery system, us. Solvable, getting us up there. That and getting our hands on a slip space drive. Thank you for sharing.
So, all we need is orbit-capable transport and the single most expensive piece of equipment made by man.
As a soldier in the field, I couldn't possibly have access to those kinds of resources. That said, a good place to look might be, I don't know, the nearest non-existent launch site in the non-existent Saber program dismissed by 3 administrations as preposterous rumor, and in which our newest member was certainly never a pilot.
It's scary. You know that.
All we need is a green light from Holland.
Good luck with that.
You're the one asking him.
This cutscene really shows, in stark contrast, the difference between Rogue One and Halo Reach. In Halo Reach, although you're new to the team, everybody else knows each other, and they have a really good relationship with each other, as you can see. Kat is somewhat similar to Jyn Erso in where she makes plans, but the difference is that nobody really trusts each other in Rogue One. And here, everybody does trust each other, to the point where they're willing to go with Kat's crazy plans. Often they might be the craziest, but they're also the best option. And you can just see the team dynamic with the banter and everything else that happens. And that's not something that really happens in Rogue One. Sure, you have people making the one-offs and the jokes, but those aren't really the same as this tight team dynamic that you are very clearly seeing. Also, I just love how Kat just knows exactly who you are and where you came from. She's also seen the censored part of the Oni files and probably even more, and she knows that you originated from this base that has technology that she needs for her crazy plan.
All we need is a green light from Holland.
Good luck with that.
You're the one asking him.
Well, there's no way in hell he's gonna go for this.
He went for it, which either shows how convincing Carter is or how desperate the UNSC have become at this point. Probably a lot of both. So now you're at Farkas Lake, a place you've already been to before, information you would have liked to keep secret. You never thought you'd return to see it in such a state, however. Luckily, you already know how to fly a Saber, and you tack up to fly around and shoot a bunch of Covenant baddies. After boarding the purple alien ship, you fight your way to the control room.
Won't work forever.
Another thing that a video game has over a film are mechanics that the developers has purposely put in place of the player for them to interact with. Since the Covenant are aliens, the higher ranking ones are often given shields. Most human weapons aren't very good at destroying shields, taking an extended amount of time, but the Covenant's weapons do a lot of damage to shields and will strip them right away. On the other hand, plasma weapons don't do a lot of damage to health, while UNSC weapons do. Since the player can hold 2 weapons, this means they must be very deliberate in their weapon choices. Sure, you might like having 2 alien weapons, but that would hinder your lethality. A player might also come across a power weapon. A power weapon in Halo is an extremely powerful weapon that usually has very limited ammo. You might think having a power weapon in both slots might be the best choice given their destructivity, but using a sniper against grunts who can normally be torn apart easily with a more standard weapon isn't very good use of its ammo, and also might be hard when you have 100 of them shooting at you at close range. Every weapon has its downsides and upsides. There is no right answer in Halo, and it's up to the player to decide what they are going to take with them from each previous encounter. Sometimes players may even decide to backtrack through the level to recover a weapon that they may have discarded previously that they didn't think would be useful but now is. This is especially common on higher difficulties, which is just yet another way video games give choices to the players. Halo has the standard, easy, normal, but also heroic and legendary. Furthermore, skulls are yet another modification to the difficulty players can choose. Skulls usually apply game-changing rules, like no HUD, otherwise known as no heads-up display, which are all the buttons on your screen that tell you how much ammo you have or how many sticky grenades, and the list goes on. Even your health. There have been entire YouTube series dedicated to something called Lasso, which stands for Legendary All Skulls On, a challenge that many have attempted, but few have beaten. Additional skulls that make that challenge so much harder are the ability for enemies to throw even more grenades, or to dodge more, or just to be automatically leveled up to the next rank. For example, the most useless grunt might be upgraded to a grunt that has a rocket launcher instead, and a powerful elite could be evolved into one that has even more health and even more shields because their rank is now even higher. They might even have better weapons and armor as well. Regardless of the difficulty, Cat's plan is in full motion. Board the carrier, kill the aliens controlling the ship, and plant the bomb. Then, when it's close to the super carrier, set the timer for the bomb and leave. Only problem is leaving isn't an option anymore. At least not for both of you.
Well, I got good news and bad news. This bird took some fire and our thruster gimbal is toast, which means the only way off this slag heap is gravity.
And the good news?
That was the good news.
At current velocity, 53 seconds to endpoint.
Yeah. Bad news is, time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's a one-way trip.
We all make it sooner or later. Better get going, Six. They're gonna need you down there. Listen, Reach has been good to me. Time has come to return the favor. Don't deny me this. Tell him to make it count.
Structure detected.
More Covenant ships arrive on Reach. Once again, an extraordinary amount of military resources, lives lost, all for seemingly nothing once again. Now the biggest Covenant invasion the UNSC would ever see. What once was a fighting chance is now a global-wide evacuation effort. Noble Six falls back to Reach, separated from his team and remembering his fallen friend. By the time he reaches inside the city, he seems to have healed completely. Another reason I think Halo Reach is just so much better is because we have scenes like these, where the character really just sits down and thinks and is able to contemplate what is happening and the gravity of it all. Rogue One just doesn't have scenes like this.
Your report will have to wait, Lieutenant. The Covenant are jamming all comms to command. Cat needs your help running a counter-op. It's good to have you back. Sorry I came alone. Make him proud.
Put your wings back on, Lieutenant. We're flying this Falcon. Covenant have deployed comm jammers in high-rises across the city. When I find them, you hit them hard.
Noble Six flies a Falcon to save different parts of the city, all of which are mostly randomized each time you play. You get to see how destroyed and decimated what once was an enormous city, so big that the bottoms of the skyscrapers can't be seen from the top through the clouds. What once must have been a bustling city is now relegated to a pile of trash and a trash compactor. But if you think that is bad, just wait. After successfully getting comms back online, you finally meet up with all of Noble Team -1.